fellow citizens of the world. We are anonymous. It's time to clear the air on who the real Anonymous is. With all the political scandals in the media, you have been exposed to a barrage of lies. The movement Anonymous has been used as a tactic to lie, deceive and cheat our fellow brothers and sisters of the world into believing Anonymous is behind certain operations. We the real Anonymous are here to expose the liars behind the curtain pretending to be the Wizard of Oz, just to find out it's a powerless and pathetic liar, in this case. A group claiming to be the Anonymous movement. Let's set the record straight that the real Anonymous is alive and well, and we are always watching. We see and know everything on the internet. You cannot hide from Anonymous. Those that claim the movement that go against the core ethics and ethos that were established when Anonymous began back in 4chan will be exposed as fakes, and Anonymous will not stop until they are disassembled. To those that may be confused or question who the real Anonymous is, let us tell you what we stand for so you smell the deceivers. We Anonymous believe the media does not speak truth about Donald Trump. See it for what it is. He has been the topic of the media because he is a threat to the puppet masters pulling the political strings of government and power. The media is almost as bad at lying. Everything said about Donald Trump has been debunked. All of it. You may not agree with how he expresses his sickness and anger about the state of this country, but he's taking the barrage of bullets for every American. No political interest candidate has the balls to do what Mr. Trump is doing. He is being persecuted and his family has been threatened to make this country great again, and they have taken it all willingly. Everything said by Mr. Trump about...
You know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Has been proven fact, yet people still rally around another political liar. They are all the same, and we have exposed many of them and will continue to do so. The super PACs attempting to use these liars and push them through the media are spending tens of millions of dollars and are failing because the people's voice has finally become one, and it's loud and full of anger against our diseased government. It's the voice of anger against establishment, the elite, and the political powers that have controlled us for decades, destroying our country and making us weak, selling out America for their own sick and twisted personal agendas. Anonymous supports the voice of the people. We are one voice and with you. To those that claim to be against Anonymous, you are also against the voice of the majority, and we know your thoughts are coming from a place of confusion. Do you really care about your country, or do you just choose to think the way the media and liars are telling you to think? Hillary Clinton is the greater evil, and this witch cannot end up in the presidential seat. To think of her as a commander-in-chief is sickening and funny at the same time. Has America really become so blind to elect a criminal into office? Anonymous will be launching operations soon to re-expose the Clinton family's scandals that the brainwashed public continues to forget and ignore. It will be seen everywhere for every eye to see. Hillary Clinton is a liar and a murderer, full of corruption that can only come from Satan himself. Her husband Bill Clinton is a serial rapist, claiming many victims that have come forward publicly only to be silenced by Hillary with threats. This is the most corrupt family in the world, and we will do our part to ensure the people, you know the truth. The presidential musical chairs will be stopped. If you care for your country, do your part. If you believe in the movement of freedom of speech, protecting the rights we have in America, in keeping power in the hands of the citizens and exposing the corrupt elite that control this country, we must dethrone them and strip them of their power. Use your intelligence and make the right choice. Do something about it. Don't listen to the April Fool's Operation Trump. They have been paid to play Anonymous. You now know the truth, and you can determine what's real, what's for the people, and what's a political tactic to thwart and silence the people's voice. Sadly, the corruption has infected the minds of our brothers and sisters in this country, and they no longer know how to decipher truth from lies. This is all a part of their plan. There are races now rising up against each other, paid to be distractions, taking money and selling out just to be discarded when their purpose has been served. The government wants the people to turn on each other. They want to incite a civil war. This will keep them in power and serves their god of money and power. To those groups, Anonymous calls you to stop that shit. Wake up and realize you are puppets against the system you should be against. and are selling your race out for a few bucks. This is not America, and you can see what the elite have done to this nation. You are worthless to people like George Soros, who is backing you with millions of dollars, creating the race war, hate-filled machine for his own personal elitist agenda. You claim you're upset now at what whites have done to you in the past, enslaving you. Well, here's the truth. You are now slaves to the corrupt elitist who created you. Your chains are their money. It's time to go against what their agenda is, and it's clear through the media what that is. Super PAC money is being spent only to destroy Donald Trump. He is the threat. They know they can control anyone else but him. He is their demise, and they know it. The power that can usually buy the election is failing. They are scared that their reign is coming to an end, and they will not go down quietly. They will rape and pillage all that they can to try and stop him. He is the voice for the people, for you, for your family, to those that haven't had a voice. He is it. For the first time in centuries, the people's voice is loud, and Donald Trump is the mouthpiece. Respect that. It is being heard like an earthquake felt around the whole world, and the elite can't sleep at night knowing they are losing control to the people. We must unite as one people with one voice and speak with our numbers. Do your part or watch this country disintegrate and go to hell. We are already almost there, and this is the most important time in this country's history to wake the fuck up and pay attention. The people can claim back the power that we once had. We are not puppets, and we are not slaves. Get off your ass. Wake up. Get pissed off and let your voice be heard. The political power party ends now. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.